Assalamu alaikum dear students. In this lecture you are going to study about the introduction to the research. So the subject you are going to study is basically the research methods. So being the students of any discipline, not only the English language, the research, a student must know how to do a research, because it's academically it has a very great importance to publish the articles, to do the research, and by writing something or by doing the research you will get your analytical skills enhanced, your thinking become changed, you start changing in a critical way. So let's begin towards the lecture outline. In this lecture we are basically going to study the difference between the search and research, the introduction to the research, then what is the research process in general, and why research is important. So let's start the lecture. So first I'm going to tell you about a simple search. So what is a search? A search is a process of looking for anything. This could be a person, a set of words, a meaning to something, documents, basically anything. So when you are searching something, you are doing the things randomly. Like if you are searching for your car keys, or if you are searching for your charger, mobile phone charger, cell phone charger, there is there is no defined set rules that okay, you have to do these things and then your search process will get accomplished. No, you randomly start finding the things, searching the things which you actually want to search out. Search is not research, as you look for something when you are searching, whereas research, now this is going to be, keep in mind that research is a systematic way of investigation of things to increase our knowledge base. So search is not a systematic way, it's just a way of looking for something, whereas a research is a systematic way of looking into the things. So systematic, the word systematic is here a key word, that search is done randomly without any system, whereas research is done systematically. So when something is done systematically, it has a proper system, a proper guidelines to follow, some rules to follow. Without that rules you cannot perform the process. Similarly, you cannot do the research randomly as you do the search process. For example, if NASA is an organization, you may be familiar with that, sends Curiosity to Mars. It is for the purpose of searching for water and other signs of life on this red planet. Searching is the act of looking for something at a place. If you are looking for some information on Google, you are conducting a search. But when you are looking for your lost keys in the dark outside your house, it is also searching. Looking for something is searching at all levels, whether a kid is searching his lost toy or NASA looks for life on a planet. So see, simply looking out for something, either it's done by a kid or either it's done by a very renowned organization. The search is the same. When you are looking generally for something, it is called the search. Now what is research? As described above, research is a systematic process of analyzing information to establish facts and to arrive at new conclusions. Taking up the example of NASA, we see that the space missions on which it sends shuttles conduct search and return with all the findings. This information is analyzed to establish facts and to arrive at certain conclusions through research by scientists at NASA. So when a organization analyzed the information and established the facts in a systematical way, it is then becomes a research that okay, you have find these things on planets, and then the astronauts came back and then they told that facts, and then according to that facts a research is conducted by the scientists. So this is the difference between the search and the research. Now what is the research? Our focus is on the research. Research is a process of analyzing data and get information in order to establish facts and get the required conclusions. You analyze the data, you analyze the information to get the facts, to get the realities, and then you reach to the conclusions. In order for proper research to be conducted, the right methods should be employed. Research is a process of systematic inquiry that entails collection of data, documentation of critical information, and analysis and interpretation of that data information in accordance with suitable methodologies set by specific professional fields and academic disciplines. So research is what? Research is a process of systematic inquiry which should be done by professionals, by certain academic disciplines. Any normal person cannot do a research without getting the understanding of the process. Like if we say everyone cannot teach, because teaching is a process, like you have to keep in mind the certain norms, the certain things, like a math, like an English teacher cannot teach the students the physiology to the MBBS students because it's not its field. Similarly, the research process is also done systematically by the people who are actually professional, who actually have the knowledge of doing the research. Research is the systematic. Now, how Oxford Concise Dictionary defines the research, it's the systematic investigation into the study of materials, sources, etc. in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. And it also defines it as an endeavor to discover new or collate all facts, etc. by the scientific study of a subject or by course of critical investigation. So it's discovering the new thing or to research the already done research to develop the new facts from the already done work. Research is defined as careful consideration of study regarding a particular concern or problem using scientific methods, according to the American sociologist Earl Robert Beebe. Research is a systematic inquiry to describe, explain, predict, and control the observed phenomena. It involves inductive and deductive methods. So it's basically a scientific method, and it involves the inductive and deductive methods. So what are inductive and deductive methods? In logic, we often refer to the two broad methods of reasoning as the deductive and inductive approaches. Deductive and inductive is what? In deductive reasoning, you move from general to the more specific. General statement to the specific is deductive. It means you deduce from the general to and you reach to the specific. And inductive is the specific to the general. You induce from the specific to and reach to the general. Let's take an example. So it's a general statement, all men are mortal. It's a general statement. So anyone can say, if all men are mortal, then Joe is a man, therefore Joe is mortal. So that general statement is all men are mortal. The research says, when you are researching using the deductive reasoning, then you reach that, okay, if all men are mortal, then if Joe is a man or any person is a man, then he must be mortal. So this reaching from general to specific of one particular person is a deductive reasoning. Now look at the example of inductive reasoning. If we say, if some cats are in a room, okay, some cats are in a room, and we say this cat is black, that cat is black, a third cat is also black. So by gathering the specific informations, we induce a general statement that all cats are black. Okay? Now what is the scientific method? You all might have heard about the scientific method. Basically, scientific method consists of the step you make observations, you propose a hypothesis, you design and conduct experiments to test the hypothesis, you analyze the results, and then you see that either your hypothesis is accepted or rejected, then you state your results. Now then, what is hypothesis? Hypothesis is an assumption, an idea that is proposed for the sake of argument so that it can be tested to see if it might be true. So hypothesis is a general assumption, an idea that you have an idea in your mind, it's called hypothesis. Then you test your idea, you do experiments to see either that assumption is true or whether it's not true. Okay? Now comes the general research process. What we do in a research process, we start with developing an idea. First we have a topic, a question in our mind that for which we want to do the research, that on what topic, on what area basically we want to do the research. Then comes the literature review. We will study these all processes one by one in detail in next lectures, but this is actually, since this is the introductory lecture, so I am just giving you the overview that what is basically done in the research. So then comes the literature review. Literature review means those you have to review, you have to study those studies which are already done on the areas on which you are interested. For example, if you are interested on an area of grammar, then you see all the research is already done on the fields of grammar. This is the review of the literature. Then you develop your research questions, that what are the questions are related to your topic, and what questions you have to answer by proving your research. Then research methodology, then what methodology you are going to employ for your research. Then you collect the data collection, then analysis comes, you analyze the data, then interpretation of the results come, then you interpret the results, that I have analyzed the results and what are my interpretations. Then you give the suggestions for further research, that the researches can be done on further areas as well that is related. For example, if I am conducting a research in Multan, and the research can be conducted on the same topic in Faisalabad, in Karachi, in whatever city. And then recommendations are what you suggest. For example, if you are researching on noise pollution, then you recommend that how, according to my research, that I have concluded these are actually the reasons of the noise pollution, and how what steps taken by the government, or what steps taken by the public to reduce the noise pollution. So this is basically the overview of the research process. Then the question comes, why the research is important, why people do research. So Research allows you to pursue your interest, to learn something new, to hone your problem-solving skills, and to challenge yourself in new ways. Learn to effectively communicate your ideas and how to analyze and critique the work of others. In research, you may critique the work of others as well. Like, for example, you may find flaws in the other works as well. For example, if you are doing a research on some topic, and if the same research was done by someone else in 2020, then you may say that the research done in 2020 has loopholes. In what sense? And the research what I am conducting in 2021 has these new ways of looking at the things. You gain a deeper understanding of the scientific process, develop research questions, and form and test your hypothesis. It's an opportunity to discover new knowledge and expand about what you already know. So either you discover a new knowledge by doing a research, or either you expand your knowledge on the topic, on the area you already know. You either prove that. Research begins when we want to know something. Research is concerned with increasing our understanding. Research provides us the information and knowledge needed for problem solving and making decisions. So when we need to solve a problem, we do a research. When we want to make a decision in any field, we actually do a research. Okay, you have seen there are many surveys by the government. So these all are the researches made by the governments, done by the governments to make new policies or to solve the particular problems. Research for problem solving. Problem solving can be broken down into a number of separate components, each of which requires information and analysis. So what you have to do when you are doing a research to solve a problem, you have to identify first identification of the problems. You have to identify the problem, that where does the problem exist. Then diagnosis of the causes, that what are actually the causes. Okay, I have found the problem. Then I have to find that what are actually the causes of this problem. Identification of potential solutions, then you find solution, decision for action, that how actions can be done for that particular solution, then monitoring and evaluation of action and outcomes. Research gives you, in general, research gives you the latest information. Means you get when something is done for example, in 1995. And then on the same area, on the same topic, you are conducting a research on 2021, the results would be definitely different. Because in 1995, the population was different, the data collection tools might be different, the attitudes are different, the circumstances were different, and now in 2021, when you conduct the same research, the population is now different, the circumstances is now different, the exposure is now different, the attitudes are now different, so you get the different results. You get the latest information about that particular area. Research helps you narrow your scope. So you cannot do a research on a very broad topic. You have to narrow down your research. I'll let you know that how to narrow down your topic in further lectures. Research introduces you to new ideas. Research helps with problem solving. Research helps you reach people. When you collect the data, there are different types of researches which we will study in further lectures. When we study the types of researches, there are some researches when you made, for example, questionnaire. You might have filled questionnaire for other people as well. They reach you out, so it helps you to reach people, to get the insights of the people. Research encourages curiosity. So when you seriously get into a topic, when you seriously get into a process of research, your curiosity begins. Like there is some element of curiosity in you, that what would be the results of my research, that what are the outcomes of my research. So it increases your curiosity. So this lecture is all about the introduction, about the difference between the research and research, and the very introductory lecture on the research, to let you people know about what basically the research is. So these are some references. You can take guide from these references as well. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.